Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Scratching Post, where we scratch that gaming itch. And today is Wednesday. I'm pretty sure, otherwise I'm slowly losing my mind, although I'm pretty sure my friends would have pointed that out by now, that I'm either already insane or that it is still indeed Wednesday. Good evening, everyone. Why not both?
You're implying that we're sane.
That's a good point. I am. That's my failing, isn't it? Yeah. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm falling down. Welcome to Scratching Post. Tonight we are, of course, continuing our playthrough of Apollo Justice. Court is in session, and I am joined by my friends, the wonderful Divot. Burr.
Ich bin Bär, ja.
Lemming.
Good evening, everybody.
Shadow.
Hello.
And of course, Kay.
Hi.
Hello, and we'll be having some Apollo Justice fun throughout the whole evening, which, of course, I'm going to do my normal spiel regarding this game. Welcome to Apollo Justice, again, where we play, or as I play as a lawyer who is very much highly strung and is always on the back foot about something. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, the high-definition version released on 3DS a few years ago. Go buy it. Go buy it. You should go buy this game.
I bought it.
He bought it. So we're going to continue on.
Then I'll buy anything.
Oh. I don't know if it's like, is that a compliment to the game or I don't know. Let's just carry on. It's a comment.
I'm just saying. I don't even know the word I'm thinking of. When I'll believe anything.
And we jump right back to Lomi. I think we asked everything of you, didn't we? Oh no, we've got stuff to talk to you, La Mémoire, about. Let's ask about her. The Republic of Virginia. That's Northern Europe, right?
I've never even heard of it.
I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am.
So I'm just going to turn things down a little bit. Adjust volumes.
You don't say. You know, my daddy plays piano in a restaurant, except, he doesn't really play.
Producers tend to look for talent, Jersey.
Ooh!
Damn!
Burn.
999, I think I witnessed a murder.
You're not from Virginia originally? Were you born here?
Well,
Oh, is that supposed to be a secret?
Image is everything when you're a star. I know a bit about that, of course.
yes, it is something like this. A contract, you might say. I am also not to speak anything but Bourgeois in public.
Image is important, I guess.
He's not all image, though. Her songs are lovely.
Of that we can agree.
A real landscape painter in sound.
Her smile is so cute.
I know. Best girl.
Yeah,
Let's go.
best girl.
A painter in what?
She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music. That's the secret to your music's beauty, right?
I'll go off Washington Post.
You're very perceptive.
Oh, I use your song all the time in my stage act. Is that legal?
Yeah, I think that's the question there.
I don't have to pay royalties for that, do I?
Stop while you're ahead, Trucy, please, as your lawyer.
This landscape painter
What my
in
client
sound.
was trying to say is...
This landscape painter in sound, too, is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard.
They even call you the siren of the ballad, right?
Yes, In Bourgeois, l'amour means the siren. I fear that perhaps already I am not the siren I once was.
Aw. Let's ask about Machi.
Your pianist. Matchy, was it?
Piano.
Don't.
He's cute,
don't-
like
Yeah.
a porcelain doll.
He's very European. What the fuck does that mean, Apollo?
Yeah. What?
Is it the sunglasses or the hair? I don't know.
that implies many negative things about Europeans I don't really
It's-
want to talk about.
It's the shirt.
Yes.
Has to be, yeah.
I met him while singing in restaurants in Bourginia. He is an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me.
It's like a fairy tale, almost.
I know.
Noticed... Oh,
I know.
shit, sorry.
It's fine, Level. It's fine. I noticed too something too. He hardly leaves your side.
Yes. Yes, well, he is blind. At first, I hesitated at dragging him across the world.
He doesn't speak English either, does he?
He had never left Virginia before we met. I made his presence part of my contract. Mashi and I are l'amour, together, always.
That's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Latouche was my manager.
New manager?
Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. I met Latouche at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard. And, as it turned out, my interpreter.
An interpreter, even though you speak English.
Yes, but we were to we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan scheduled after this one.
How can that be? We're in Japanifornia.
Shh, don't question it.
Don't worry about it.
Though I fear that may
There's a
have to be
place that's
cancelled
even more
now.
Japanese.
Carry on, Shadow.
Though I fear that may have to be cancelled now.
Was Mr. Latouche from the Republic of Virginia too?
Well, he was only with me for 3 months. Shut up! It's fucking magpie! Just shut the fuck up!
Magpie, it's not your role yet.
Dear.
I'm afraid there is much I do not know about him. And now I shall never know. No one will even tell me why he has died.
I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone.
Mr. Latouche was a talented man. The siren of the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know. I am happy for him that it was become so well known.
The siren. That's what he meant.
Huh? Apollo?
You are the siren, right, Lanois?
That is the meaning of my name in Bourgeois, yes. It was the name my producer gave me. But why do you ask?
It's very important. I had to know for sure if the siren was you.
What do you mean, important?
I'll tell you. You deserve to know. The siren. Siren. It turns out that's a very important word in this case.
How?
When we found Mr. Latouche, he was still alive.
What?
I heard him say something. His last words. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
witness.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is Cyan.
You said siren? Really?
I was the only one there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said.
Mr. Latouche said that?
Ask the witness. My apologies, yes, that's what he said.
Ask the witness.
And you're the siren, Amawa. Did you see what happened? Amawa?
Might I ask, are you with the police?
Well, no, I'm a defense attorney.
An attorney? Yet there have been no arrests, yes?
Is that a problem?
Does an attorney not work for a client? If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think.
Lemon, we...
I am sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I am afraid you lack the authority to ask them.
Why? She witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us?
I believe we are through here.
I believe so. Oh, suddenly Lamiwa getting very closed to us.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're not even showing us something will change our mind, so let's head
We
into...
might have witnessed something.
But what?
But what indeed? Let's just check out our dressing room.
Indeed!
No one's
What
fucking...
indeed?
No one's fucking there, so we move back to the hallway and move down to the stage because it's the only other place we can go. So, was there still someone not fucking there?
Let's go to the scene of the crime then.
We checked there.
We've already
Okay.
checked there. We've now been to all locations.
Maybe keep talking to her, I guess? Like, show her something?
No, I think we've run out of
No, it must.
Mhm.
Kay's right, I think. Yes, I think you've nailed it, Kay. Because there must be something. We've already examined everything, as far as we know.
there's nobody anywhere else, so
So it must be something we have to show her to get her to open up. The brooch. That reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you?
my brooch. Yes. Well, it may be mine.
Yours, Lamora?
I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it.
Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lemon's.
Thank you. I was wondering where I dropped it.
So this brooch belongs to her. That begs the question.
Something wrong, Apollo?
What was this brooch doing at the crime scene?
Well, it proves that she was there and a witness, so
Yeah.
I mean, clearly.
Well, she sort of said maybe. Is that your brooch? Maybe, maybe not. What's it to you?
Basically, yeah.
yeah.
Would you mind taking a look at this, Lemoir? Generic statement.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what to say. I wish I could help you.
Don't worry about it. Certainly one of the most pleasant refusals I've had. That's not wrong, actually, Apollo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm figuring we just kind of show everything, the lyric sheet, maybe? Yeah, I'm thinking nothing's going to really draw attention. We could show the revolver. Nope.
Look at this gun. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Show me your badge!
Show the badge, of course. Of course, show the badge. Yep, she's not interested.
Aw.
Okay.
Boom, I say, boom!
Well, that might have opened something up elsewhere. So
Let's see if we can talk to her. there's nothing there.
Nope.
So that's everything. In that case, let's examine. Is there anything new in the room? Are the gloves new? Those are some pretty heavy-duty gloves. You have to carry around hot pots or something.
They are a little thick. Hold on. You couldn't even stuff a pigeon in those.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Those two are a little thick, if you must know.
Those are some nice boots. Can't examine them as far as I can tell, but those are some nice boots.
You see the words written upon the postcard? They say, a landscape painter in sound.
A landscape painter in sound. That's a nice image. Why is that plastic bowl of stew sitting there? I remember us having this conversation before, Trucy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We already said this.
Yeah, and there's the Gavinus logo, and yada yada yada. The patrol guitar. Okay, well, I think we've kind of done everything here.
I think so.
I think now we can go to the
Ah!
station. Oh, there we
There
go.
we go.
July 8th, 12:22 a.m. Backstage hallway. Whoa, who's there now?
Ah, it's you. Where were you?
Emma, is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual.
You bet something's wrong. The impossible's happened.
Just run out of
Ah!
snacks.
All your fault, you know.
Oops, maybe this is just about leaving the crime scene.
What do you mean by impossible?
Well, it's gone. Utterly gone.
What's gone?
Body, stupid. What else?
Uh-oh.
Mr. Lutus's body has disappeared.
What?
Well, that's a turn up.
I need you for 5 minutes to go do something and you lose the body.
Ah, Prosecutor Gavin, please save me.
From your vacant stare, I gather your further news.
I heard Mr. Lutus's body has gone missing. Walkabouts, although perhaps not the best term of phrase.
Yeah. Look for yourself.
That body is gone. That body is fucked up and left.
That's a nobody. Fight the pickle. Fight the pickle.
How could you just stand there? We have to start the investigation.
There's no need for alarm, Fräulein Detective.
What?
All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So, I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver.
Cadaver.
For no reasons, really. There will be plenty of time to ponder the vice later.
Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, we'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this.
How could Mr. Lutus's body just disappear? Trucy!
Well, you heard the man. Let's get searching.
Hey, I don't know if this is actually the right time, but
Yes, Diane.
see, Gita's gone missing. It was in the dressing room.
Geeter? Who's Geeter?
I bet it is guitar.
That's
Yeah.
what I call my guitar. You like
I hate
that?
it.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's not good.
Your guitar was stolen.
This hasn't been a good day for guitars or guitars.
Okay. Buzzy first, then guitar. And if someone finds that guitar, please bring it to our tasting room.
Skeeter's like a missing person, not lost and found, man.
Wish your haircut would go into the lost and found.
Hey, leave it alone. It's awesome.
I wish it went to just lost.
Speaking of getting rid of the hair,
Disappearing
Well,
act.
this sure is a, what did he call it? A sausage? What the fuck? No, wait, it was a pickle. And it's your pickle! I told you to stay in the room!
Sorry. Not much else I can
You
say.
will be! You fucking will be!
You're a police officer. Police officers aren't supposed to hurt. They're supposed to protect people.
I mean, it's alright. I guess. Top priority now is finding that body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so of chocolate snackers should do the trick nicely.
You should watch your sugar intake, Emma.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh,
Can
don't-
you humour me for a moment, Ebac?
Go on.
Can we have a look at where the body was?
There.
It has indeed gone.
Yeah.
it's smushy.
Yeah, can we look at the blood smudges?
I don't see any reason why not. Let's not move. It will be examined.
It might show something new because we've looked at that before.
Yeah.
Should be a body here, but there's not. How could this have happened, and why? Okay,
Oh,
apparently
no.
not. I mean, surely, maybe. If I can revolver, very deadly. Oh.
We'll find it, and don't call me Shirley.
Jersey?
Yeah. What's a caliber, and what does the 45 mean?
Lemming! You want me to tell you? It's the size of the barrel. I suppose I should let Lemming do that, but whatever. Simply put, the larger the caliber, the bigger the round. The bullet, in other words. Bigger bullets do more damage. Not necessarily.
Oh, chalk 1 point up for forensic science.
You know it. I still haven't forgiven you for letting the body walk away.
It's
Well,
not 45
Snackoos
inches, right?
Snackoos will be here. Let's do it.
But that
Alright.
that'd be too big. What's the unit of measurement they use, Miss Science? Well,
Hush. You shouldn't ask so many questions. That's not
Wow.
much, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's-
it is
that-
actually inches.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, it
A
just means
45
point 45.
Yeah, caliber
Yeah.
is the point of an inch. So 50 caliber, for example, is half an inch.
Is that the diameter or just the? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the
It's
width of the
diameter.
round.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's a
Yeah,
big bullet.
Except when
Yeah.
they specifically say millimeters, like 9 millimeter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ah.
July 8th, 12:57 a.m. in the wings.
does something seem different to you, Apollo?
I was gonna say, wasn't that like stowed?
Something is definitely different here.
Let's check it out.
Sure, I could use some hiding from Emma at this time right now.
You just let the body walk away. I can't believe it.
You just buy the snackos and it'll be fine.
It's fine. I'll buy the statues. She'll forget all about it. It's fine. She'll either forgive me or she'll be in.
Giving over the guitar.
The guitar's not my fault. She'll buy the snackoos and she'll either forget about it or she'll be in a sugar coma so much that she'll forget about it that way. It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
Stage must have been lowered before.
It's the tower that Lemuel and the prosecutor Gavin were singing on.
Someone must have raised it. I don't see a way to control it from here. Apollo, what about that ladder there against the wall? We could use that to take a look up top.
Maybe we should get Emma.
What are you talking about? We have to see the sort of thing for ourselves.
I'm not so good with heights.
Oh.
Stop whining and start climbing.
Oh.
Also, that's actually a ladder.
Yeah, she called it a ladder.
Yeah, she
Look.
definitely called it a ladder.
It looked that
Unlike
high.
Phoenix, she can recognize the difference.
She can't regulate.
No, look, listen. In
That is a
the
ladder.
prequel case to this, which is a Rise from the Ashes, there is a ladder on the wall, and Phoenix calls it a step ladder, and Emma calls it a ladder.
Nice.
That's-
But it's a ladder. It's just a ladder.
Yeah, that's definitely a ladder.
Yeah. So like Phoenix can't tell the difference. That's canon. Anyways, go ahead.
It didn't look that high from below, really. When we got up the top, I just felt every one of those. I felt every one of those 20 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there. We found two things we were looking
The
for,
body and the guitar.
and one thing we never expected to find.
Oh,
Ooh.
Body, guitar in hand, and the pianist, Machi Tayobe. Tabaye.
Go buy it.
Tabaye.
Bye. Yeah.
well then.
My corpse looks ready to rock the fuck out.
I know, right?
Oh, why? July 8th. Hmm?
I guess it's something to do with those lyrics.
I guess so.
Yeah,
Oh.
might be.
I'm getting a little bit of feedback from your mic shadow, by the way. Just a tad.
Oh, again.
Just a tad. Just a tad. Just a
Ugh.
tad. Just a tad.
Well, I don't know how. I don't
It's
know.
fine, it's
how,
fine.
So.
It's fine. It's fine. July 8th, 10:09 a.m. Write Anything Agency. Wow. That concert last night sure went south in a hurry.
No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at me like it's my fault. Machi Tabaye, the blind pianist. Arrested on suspicion of murdering Romain Latouche.
Well, that seems stupid.
Yeah. I can't believe a cute little boy could do something so horrible. Ow. Sorry.
I guess.
Alright.
I gestured emphatically and then hit my arm on my chair.
Oh.
Oh,
It
ow.
wasn't that hard. I was like arms up to down, and then it hit right on the like swirly thing because it's an armchair.
Ah.
I guess they had.
Depending on what part of the arm you hit, it doesn't have to be hard. It just it will immediately be horrible pain.
I guess they had
Yeah.
proof of some kind. I'm
Proof
guessing.
in inverted commas.
Morning.
Prosecutor Gavin.
What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset.
Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? I got distracted by the music.
Does anyone lock doors in these places?
Apparently not.
Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at him like it's his fault either.
Well, first of all, do you have breakfast? I came here hoping for breakfast.
Oh yeah, help yourself to some OJ while you're here, why don't you?
It was tough for me too. We performed together that night after all. Yet,
Yeah?
the powers that be say, given the circumstances, it could only have been him.
What do
Press
you mean,
X to doubt.
what do you mean by the circumstances?
Lamy was invited from Virginia as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital that the case be wrapped up swiftly. That's all the powers that be want, really.
Well, those are some circumstances, all right. What makes Machi the only possible suspect?
Hell for it. Isn't therefore constantly talking to the prosecution, the enemy,
Ah, right.
the baddie.
I think I like this side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case. Especially not to the defense attorney.
What? Did you say me, the defense attorney?
That's what I came to tell you. And for breakfast. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services.
That spaghetti looks delicious.
It's plastic.
Yeah.
It's no, Tracy, no, please. Eat all you want, Prosecutor Gavin.
It's too bad it's plastic, but I'm so hungry at this point.
He? You mean Machi? Machi wants me?
Hi, Drifting.
Hello, Drifting.
Oh, drifting.
Hello
Hello,
there.
drifting.
Hello.
Your spaghetti for breakfast, why not?
When you're so hungry, you'll eat anything.
Maybe
One
because
that's
we're
skinny.
I'll eat all your props.
Oh God.
I've had noodles for breakfast and they're very nice.
Tracy?
Oh, yeah. This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going. I was opening up Twitch so I could see drifting.
Right.
Good luck. I'll stay and help myself to your witch. I'm off to question Lammy actually.
You've stolen all of your milk.
And no having that nice bit of bread I put in the fridge. Why I put it in the fridge? Because I like to keep it cold, alright? It's normal.
Why the fuck would you put bread in the fridge?
Don't judge me.
I am judging. I'm judging you a lot, actually.
Massive judgment.
Yeah.
If you want to know the reason, is because someone in my family believes it keeps it crisp. Which it does. It does keep it quite crisp. Yeah. Right. Later. I hope I'm up to this. July 8th, detention center. Visitor's room.
I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible.
You said that already.
I forgot who Machi is.
She's Div, if I remember correctly.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
Doing my perfect Animal Crossing language impression.
Machi, everything's going to be okay. We're here for you.
Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night.
Oh no.
Huh?
It was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this, in a country so far from everything he's ever known.
With stomach ache.
God damn it, Lemming.
Trucy?
Okay.
Maybe Lemon Walk can help.
Didn't Prosecutor Gavin says she was with him? You remember what he said? He said he was gonna have breakfast and then he was gonna go and question Lamar.
I'm hiding your fridge and then off to question Lammy.
What are we going to do?
That's a good question. I can't think of anything. We can go with this. And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow. What could possibly go wrong?
Hey.
You said it. You said it, little buddy.
July 9th, 10 a.m., District Court number 3. I do have McFlurry waiting for me somewhere downstairs, I believe, at some point, so...
Oh, yeah.
A Malteser McFlurry as well.
You
Oh
bastard.
my God.
You son of a bitch. How do I say that? Bear is typing. Yeah.
Much
Fair.
to buy your honor. The pixie of the patio.
Right, his trial. Call to the decision.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is A-okay, Judge.
Very well. What's going to happen?
My opening statement here.
No, actually. There is something else I wanted to ask you about.
Oh, look, if you two you need to tell me in your chambers, just...
Oh, of course I'm free. Of course I'm free this evening.
Autograph
Yes.
time.
Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease.
Wait, what?
What do you say to them?
Ah?
I mean, you wouldn't say get well soon, right? You'd only be kicking them when they're down.
What are you talking about?
Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son.
The Chief Justice.
His son is afflicted with a most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems.
Ah.
There, I've already paid him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't guards ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
She's looking at me with something like disgust. What are you looking at me like that for?
In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Prosecutor Gavin, opening statement. Briefly.
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
You're in luck,
Good luck,
Judge.
guys.
I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think. Just
Sweats
remember,
nervously.
don't take your TV with you. First, to review the victim in this case. Romain Latouche, age 35. The global manager for Diva Songstress La Miroir. The cause of death? Blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver.
I'm not dead.
So will be.
This report has all the details.
The whole of that is into evidence.
Latouche's autopsy report added to the court record.
It may not be the final version, but it has all the details.
Ah!
45 caliber. That's quite large, isn't it? A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet.
However, the bullet struck him in the shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse considering.
Crime photo added to the court record.
2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed, the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the wall at the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit.
I see. I see. The whole attempt is into evidence.
You really should not be burning the candle at both ends.
Look, it's been a long day.
Diagram added to the court record.
If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept in the weapon's use.
Really?
Yeah, apparently weapons that size have powerful kickbacks. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body.
The defense will take more care to the examples.
It was just an example.
I said the defense will take more care.
As I was saying,
Final say,
as I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. The dressing room has only one entrance, this door.
that does seem to be the case, yes.
But there was that little window.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
He's talking about you and Emma, huh?
Yet, when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible!
Search your feelings, Your Honor. You'll know it to be truth. Exactly, the murder was impossible. For all but one person.
One person?
Yeah, that's it, of course. The defendant, Machi Tobaye.
Only this defendant could have committed the crime? But how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime make it clear.
Very well. I assume you have testimony to back up the same. Let the winners please take the stand.
Hey!
Trucy, you did remember the snackoos, didn't you?
Your name and profession, please.
Emma Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
Emma seems tired somehow.
Security at the concert, you say?
Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
Sorry. Tired today.
Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know.
I'm sure that makes her feel much better.
I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
In any case, because
You know, I heard he once had allowed someone to cross-examine a parrot. Can you believe that, Trucy?
I
I heard about that.
I have temporarily been unable to construct a coherent sentence.
What, like, you remember what happened on the void?
Yeah. Because you found security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please.
All right,
Witness testimony.
I'll do it for 3 Scooby snacks. I mean, the night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the 3rd set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. He was stone dead. I mean, okay. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
It was lucky that the lady was the first one on the scene.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
How can they say that? How can they say that Matchy did it? I don't know. It's blended in the background.
It's fine. Looks like we need a bit more information.
Very well, the defense may begin their cross-examination.
Cross-examination.
Cross-examination, yeah.
Murderous circumstances.
Nah. Don't you mean moiderous circumstances?
Murderous circumstances.
It's not a murder, it's a moida.
It's a moida.
It's a moider. A moider most foul.
Hold it! The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
That's right.
What was a detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Yeah, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall.
Conspiracy?
Well, in that office, my keys that whole morning, no, the whole day was ruined. And it was all because someone stole my keys. It started off with the keys. How did it end up like this? Only the keys. It was only the keys.
Is anybody else's sound like
Yeah.
real
Yes.
distorted?
It's very.
Could you reset it for us, Evac?
Sure.
Please.
Cheers. It's like, it's worse than it was the other week. Like, it's
Yes.
really... Well, you think it's definitely a Discord thing. Because now it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine now.
Now it is so much better now.
Yeah. And being a
couldn't hide
musician,
my-
I have to hear
Ah.
things.
I can turn on some music again because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't hide my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
There he goes again.
Is it possibly simply misplace them?
Misplace them. Misplace them doesn't just want them to the murder victim's hands on their own.
What's this? What's going to happen if your keys were in the victim's hand? That makes him a prime suspect.
Oh no!
Wait, Emma's wearing high heels? What the fuck?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Love slow
I thought
acting
she is.
and you.
Face attorney. They don't do practical shoes for women.
No.
Yeah. hmm.
Emma is a flats girl. Come on.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
canon.
Head canoning. She's wearing flats.
Yeah. When I say that's canon, but it directly contradicts canon, it means I'm now saying this is canon over what's actually canon because
Yes.
like canon sometimes is stupid.
Counter cannon.
Yes.
Counter canon, yes.
Anyway, go on. Go
No,
on.
slow acting and you. Ad hoc Finin is waiting for you, whatever that is.
What?
He's saying something.
Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top?
The killing happens in the middle of my concert. I was, like a sailor, adrift in a sea of sound.
Actually, quinine is a synthetic substance that is extremely poisonous to humans.
Wonderful.
Is it actual? Is it real?
Well, it's coming up on the Ace Attorney wiki.
Don't look at it further.
Don't look at it
Don't look at it further because that is there's stuff going on with that.
Yeah, no,
Please don't look at it further.
I'm literally just reading like what Google's
I-
come up.
Oh, it comes up on Google for that. Okay, okay.
I'd rather
Because-
if it came on WebMD or something.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, some
quinine-
stuff. Some
quinine
there are
is,
some
like,
pages-
related to, like, a
There's
chemical,
there's some pages on the Ace Attorney wiki where there's spoilers in the first like thing you see when you look it on Google. So just be careful.
It's fine though.
Yeah, anyway,
fine.
I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on the hands on the task.
Oh damn!
I see. I can accept that.
What?
Uh,
Well, I can't. What do you mean, time on their hands?
Please, to the testament.
No.
do you want me to call 911, Fräulein?
I
That burn.
I won.
I will yeet these shakus in your direction.
I want to point out one of our audience members' comments in the form of drifting. I recognise the canon made decision, but given that's a stupid ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
Ignore it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Hold it. We were let in though.
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
I gave the Fräulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
Gee, great.
Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
So no other outsiders were there then.
And then
Hold it. I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
you were the one chatting. I was eating snackoos.
Ah, hey, never getting got.
Aww.
No,
I'll
snacks
share.
unless I can have some.
Do you have
I'll
enough
share.
for?
I'll share.
Do you have enough for the whole court, Fräulein?
No. Only the judge. And the judge and me.
Gradually.
Oh yeah. As the judge says, no, there's nothing in the courtroom. And also, Your Honour, is the aerial good for your TV reception up there?
Now, what are you talking about? Nom, nom, nom.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nom, 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 nom. But we're winning. Nom, 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 nom.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom nom nom.
And yes, I pulled up.
Are you in it?
I pulled out a packet of crisps just for that goof.
Munch, 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 munch.
I mean, I
Oh.
have a packet of chocolate covered breakfast.
Oh, look,
I got
look
food.
what worried that. They are good.
I got food.
They are pretty good, yeah. Und your
Where am I?
shoe, the shorts came from La Miroir's room.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here.
You're
Giggity.
busy, Fräulein.
Hey, who keep me quiet? Yeet!
Yeah. Thanks.
Good talk.
Oh, How about Emma?
You were right. There. How to be mistaken about that?
Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time.
Why not?
Do as I say, not as I do.
Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door. Of course, I now can't swallow. Now I can't eat the other half of this.
I'll be done with it. Hold it. Rock.
Blaring, yes.
When you say rock, are you perhaps referring to rock and roll music that's so popular these days?
That's right. When we went into the dressing room,
Oh.
music was blaring over the speaker on the wall.
They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through the speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud?
You don't listen to the governors with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul, baby.
That's assault, sir.
I always have the backstage monitors at full volume.
You're one of those.
That's how we roll, or maybe more like that's how we rock and roll.
And that's why you're deaf. When we walked in the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing.
Then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi. Including myself.
Should have been Tainted Love, but there we go. Anyway,
Oh.
anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation.
Alright, last sentence. Press. Hold it! How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen. We know there was only one exit from the room, that door. The small window only opened a tiny crack. And I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent.
Ah!
Objection! but that event was too small. Who could possibly...
Exactly.
Oh...
There's certainly no way you could get through, nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child.
Child?
Remember, access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed.
Out of all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
The defendant?
The pixie of the aperture fitted up towards the sky and disappeared from the scene of a crime.
Objection! But that's just conjecture.
Or there was no other way of that room. You were there. You should know her forehead.
And there is another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that had recently been it had been recently been opened.
Wait, what?
And something else was found quite clearly. The defendant, Machi Tobiai's fingerprints.
What?
How did we not examine that?
Order! Order! Order!
That air vent was the only way out of the room.
I need to go check something real quick, so I'm just going to delegate judge role to Lemming really quickly. Sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
What's going
I'll be as quickly as I can.
The
fine,
prosecution
Judge.
recognizes a new judge. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, Herr Forehead. What fate tells us this suggests to you? Only one could pass through that vent. Also, that's a very good You could fit in the governess as a background. That doorway to heaven. And
I
that
think
one
it'd
is
be
a
the stairway
pixie.
to heaven. But...
Jersey.
All right. Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was out whooping it up in the audience.
This was his decisive evidence. Mr. Stand-in Judge.
Oh, quite decisive indeed. I believe that's enough of that.
Huh?
The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who can possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive.
Uh,
I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict. Even if it wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit.
Oh, I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Unfortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough.
it can't be over already.
Very well. I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence,
The prosecution has presented her proof clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it had better be clear and plain.
Apollo, they got us on the ropes already. We better come up with something quick.
I know. Thank God I can get us out of this. We need evidence or a witness that can prove Machi is innocent beyond a doubt. Without that... Oh,
Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you'd better tell us about it now.
this is it. So soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof. Well, I think we should call a witness, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely. Als wäre de meine Karriere as a prosecutor.
Well, you just heard it.
Not as a Hawkman, though. Und on my million-seller hit song At Rockfinin My Love.
There he goes again.
That's too bad, because there was a witness.
The judge had been behind
Oh, really now? I was just making sure David hasn't come back secretly. But how did you come to possess knowledge that the prosecution clearly does not?
Because I'm the only one in the world who knows this. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... Huh. He's alive! Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
I'm cold. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witnesses.
Oh.
Siren.
I just noticed something.
Go
Your
on.
father was a hamster.
The you know the bloodstain in front of Latouche looks
Yes.
like words.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that look like the words Lemoire to you? Because there's an R, an O, and another R, and then an M. See, you got the big
Yeah.
R, an O, an R,
Yeah.
and then an M in front of that.
Hmm.
It might be. Well, it looks like letters, but I don't know.
Do you know what I think?
What?
I think it's time we took a break. Good. we'll be right back after a quick
Yes.
5-minute break just to refill our drinks and make sure that Divot is still
Yeah.
with us on this mortal call as well. We'll speak to you all in about 5 minutes time. Hello everyone, we're back once again to carry on with this case. So let's get back to the monitor and ask that question. Who is going to be the witness? Well, I think you can probably guess if you're in the audience. As we have the secret.
Now that worked.
That did work.
My God.
The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not.
What do you mean by that?
All we know is that her forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself.
Objection! But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. Apparently, you ignored me completely.
It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
Ooh.
It's enough. Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty.
Perhaps
Oh.
a stiffer penalty than usual is called for.
What? There's no backing out now.
Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice.
We all know that it's Lamiroir. Take that!
A mirror?
Recall Mr. Latouche's last words.
The witness is the siren.
Getting good mileage out of that, aren't you, Lammy?
I know,
The
right?
siren! Aha! He meant the siren!
That's right, the siren of the ballad, Lamiroir. Lamiroir was only on stage for the second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
I see. What's it, Gavin?
My claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime.
Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we?
Wow, rude.
We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show Lamiroir to the witness stand.
Oh, I would not see nothing in the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today, we'll drag that story out of her no matter what it is.
It is my distinct honor to welcome the Siren of the Ballad to our courtroom.
You are too kind.
Judge.
The judges become
You can
speechless.
speak English?
Yes, yes, I can. Though I am not very good. There is much I do not know.
You speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language. nor where I studied it.
Hmm? What does she mean? She doesn't know.
I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course.
What's that?
La Miroir suffers from amnesia.
Oddly convenient.
Amnesia?
A plot device?
Lamois is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage.
Oh, she's even more mysterious than I thought. More entrenched in plot devices.
A slaughtered singer, La Miroir. She lives a good life.
It's almost as if she's important.
There are
plot
little
device?
difficulties for her thanks to her success. Yet, I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress, unlike some.
Wow!
You see? I care surprisingly little about people's pasts. You have nothing to fear in this court, my Miroir.
Thank you. Yet there is something I do not understand. I am being called as a witness? What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened.
La Miroir, let me be frank. I did not want to ask you up here to testify. Yet that young gentleman with the white forehead of his hair was adamant that you stand.
Oh my.
Congratulations, Apollo! You're the bad guy!
Are we the baddies, Trucy?
Are we the baddies?
Well, now that you're here, please give a short testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
Her voice actress doubts this, but okay.
This testimony.
What I saw.
As for what I saw nothing. That night, I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
Ollie was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
Oh, yeah, I agree with Judge. So you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now, we can only pray that the defense has a sense to admit defeat. Would refrain from detaining her here longer than need be.
Wow, you just got better, Apollo! Way to go!
Better lean into it, boyo!
Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet.
Namora wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what. You can't be.
Cross-examination.
You can't be Frank Clavier. You're German.
Hey! I understood that reference.
Hold it! But you must have seen something. Mr. Latouche named you.
Mr. Latouche. How can I tell you what I don't know?
I mean, why? He said you were a witness with his dying words.
I do not know what he meant to say for that night.
Hold it! It was a great concert.
You heard me sing? Thank you.
I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually.
Of course.
Mr. Justice, this is a cross-examination. You're out of line. If anyone deserves an autograph here, it's me! Although my gavel will be nice.
Hey, George, you never asked me for an autograph.
What's this?
But you have it. It's my autograph. Now keep this trial moving.
What? Oh, my grandchild will be so happy.
Oh, that's actually adorable.
Apparently his grandson is a big fan.
Let us continue, shall we? If you would, Lamura.
Is that actually in the court record now?
No.
I wish.
So tell us what you did after your stellar performance.
I killed a man.
You put the gun against his head?
I pulled the trigger. Now he's dead.
You did not return backstage once. Where were you then? What were you doing?
I was cleaning up on stage. There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing.
Oh, was Machi with you at the time?
Unfortunately, I do not know where he was.
So much for an alibi for Machi. Hold it! With Machi, correct? How was he then?
He seemed as he always does. Though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Latouse's death. Yet, he is not the type to show much emotion.
Yeah, he's giving the police no end of heartaches. He answers most questions with silence, and those glinting frames speak nothing. The questioning hasn't gotten very far.
We sat there, waiting.
I just got this image of like someone just like an interrogator just losing their shit. It's that Machi who's just sitting there just still and silent. It's like, okay, we could get you the money. Okay then, well what's I can't protect you if you
Yeah, and the best you can get out of them is
Oh hold it. How was the incident explained to you?
I was told nothing in detail, only that Mr. Latouse died.
Of course, investigations require some security.
But Mr. Latouche was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. Both Machi and I were beside ourselves with concern.
Allow me to apologize, but please understand. Keeping you in the dark was as painful for me as it was for you.
Yes, I understand.
Think. What doesn't ring true about her testimony?
Hard to imagine Lenoir lying.
She may not be lying, but she's hiding something. What wouldn't she tell me the night of the murder? What about the murder does she know?
The brooch?
The brooch is definitely relevant.
Yeah, can we see the autopsy report, please?
Of course. Robert Toulouse, age 35, male. Time of death, July 7, between 9 and 9:30. Cause of death.
Time elapsed between shooting and death, currently under review.
They have to reveal that later for some
Indeed.
suspenseful reason, I'm sure.
Yes.
The key thing is what is she lying about? We know that she was invited to sing on stage. She did that. She did not return on stage after the second set. Do we know what the actual order of business was? No.
Wait, the last verse of the lyric sheet.
Yeah, the guitar, which is fits the
Yeah,
guitar.
Up together in the
Up together in
sky.
the sky. Yes,
Yeah,
It's following the lyrics again.
yes.
yeah.
Postcard, investigation report. Just the district police chief. Revolver, the brooch. Let's actually check over the brooch. We never actually gave it a look over, did we?
No, we haven't.
I don't recall.
Standard clip.
Yeah.
It's not a pin fastener for attaching things to clothes. Not a safety pin type, though.
So if it's not a safety pin,
It's a danger
is it a
pin.
danger pin? Yeah.
I suppose you
I've
stuck it
seen
in
this
your
before.
eye, then yeah, we've done it before.
Yeah. But that joke's still good.
It's still a good joke.
Yes.
Not gonna lie about that. It is still a good joke.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a danger pin.
Drifting's asking, are we sure she didn't return backstage after the second set?
No, because we would have seen her, because Apollo and Emma were talking.
I think it's right. I think it is the brooch.
I think it's the brooch. It's just figuring out where we mention it.
Right there, surely.
Good
Saying I
point.
did not return backstage after the second set, but we
Oh
found
yeah, of course.
we found the brooch after the second set.
Yeah.
That we did. Yes, you're correct.
Ah.
Objection. You got it. You got it, Div.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lemuel, but I'm having trouble believing you.
Hmm?
Remember this brooch? Do you not?
Why, that's Lamiroise. She was wearing it for her song.
Yeah, to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin.
What?
This brooch was found after the murder took place. At the very scene of the crime.
What?
I mean, what? Not something to show up at Discord.
Mhm.
How did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And, as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night.
That was a nice animation.
What is the meaning of this, Lemuel? Please explain.
Well, that was certainly an animation.
I love how it looks like an exclamation mark as well when it flies up.
Yeah.
Lemuel?
Solid Snake.
Clavier?
She says English is quite difficult.
That trick's not gonna work here!
Chaos reigns.
Oh, it is.
Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer truly. But you have missed one important fact.
What now?
In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment.
What?
Think back to the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak.
Is she really saying all that?
What you talking about, Apollo?
Right when the incident occurred. Ah! She's talking about that?
Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup.
Right, understood. Gotta make sure no one comes in, right? Mr. Latus, can you hear me? How many times is Lemon gonna have to redo this bit over and over?
I keep switching the accent too. I can't remember.
Can you keep doing it? It's more funny and make it more dramatic each
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Cold. So cold. Witness.
Cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
The witness is Siren.
Siren? How can a siren witness anything?
6.
Oops. Emma, what was that? Who's there?
What's wrong?
Emma, did you see anyone just now?
Huh? No.
I could have sworn I had a door close.
I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you.
So this one was your brooch dropped. That explains that.
No, it doesn't. It does. It does. There was no other time I could have dropped it.
But that's ridiculous. You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch.
Her forehead.
Hmm?
She has raised a possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence.
Resolution of the crime scene.
Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice.
Her forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt. A horrible voice indeed.
Wow! That's mean!
Ah.
I closed the door immediately.
That explains the roach. Let's return to your testimony.
That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Oh, you did look into the room, though, right?
Yes,
Testifies to what you saw.
very well. Though it was only the briefest of glimpses. When my performance... Oh yeah, when my performance was finished, I went backstage for just a moment.
Oh, we're getting a reaction, people.
That night... Oh no, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the same. The only thing that's changed is the first one.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, drifting. Matus, fam, I'm dying! When my performance was finished, I went backstage for just a moment.
Excellent impression of
Excellent impression.
Nope.
Fantastic.
I think it was that one.
No. When is she potentially fiddling with anything?
me. Yeah.
Is it her hands?
Or
It's not
is
her.
she-
Can I give
no.
can I eliminate one thing?
Go on, yeah.
Not her hands. It is her. It is.
No.
It is above the shoulders.
Oh, hang on. Go back one. Are you back? Again? I saw nothing. The late Mr. Latus's body was behind the wall.
That's a new statement.
That's a new statement.
So if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be there.
I saw nothing. The late
Above the shoulders.
Mr. Latus's body
Wiggle! Wiggle of the neck!
was
I saw that as well.
behind
It's gone now.
a wall.
I think it's the late Mr. Latus's body because she
Yeah.
wouldn't know he was dead yet.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true, yeah.
I saw nothing. And then the late Mr. Latus.
Yes.
Yeah, she swallows.
I've gotcha!
I see. Oh!
Or it could just be Adam's apple.
The late Mr. Latus's body, you say?
Yes.
You know something more about Mr. Latus's death than you are saying.
What?
I could see you
dear.
trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. Can't fool my eyes.
It is true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latus have to be shot?
One moment, Lamour.
Yes.
What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Latus have to be shot?
You didn't know?
Wow.
Yes.
She was hiding something, I knew it. I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony.
One
Eh?
moment. One
How
moment.
could that
Dad.
be?
Yes?
Are we all again feeling that the sounds distorted? Could you
Yes.
reset that for us again?
Of course. Give me a second. And I'm going to try this trick. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Does that work? Nope.
I think
It's still distorted for me.
I'm going to go back. Give me a second. There you go.
There we go. Also, drifting, this is Apollo's special ability. He can perceive!
Perceive with your
Perception.
demon eye powers.
Yes.
Because he's a demon
eye
lawyer.
Yes. Huh? How could that be? Because you didn't
Take
know she
this.
was shot.
Lamora contradicted her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it. Do I? Diagram.
I think. Hang on, go back.
It has to be
It's
the
the report,
time of-
right?
Yeah, it's got to be the time of death thing because he was still alive.
No, go back one. No, go back two. Information concerning the crime to be restricted to police and related parties.
Tell me, Lamora.
So,
Oh
Yeah.
yes, of course.
How did you know he'd been shot?
Well, I
Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is the document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court, no one told me anything about the incident.
Ah,
Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Yet you knew that Mr. Latouche had been shot. How could you have known?
oh,
It's fine.
that is the thing I said.
It's fine.
I screamed.
Youk!
Mhm.
Meow.
Let me go! You aren't hiding something from this court, I hope.
The sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet.
Hey.
Now I remember. Please, allow me to add to my testimony.
Oh, of course. All we want to know is the truth.
He looks kind of pale, huh?
I love the. I also love the animation of Trucy, the kind of like tapping
Yeah.
chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's horrible. She saw something. I know it.
Who else has an animation of them tapping their own chin like that in a very similar way, I wonder?
Even the victim said so.
You aren't hiding something from this court. Bitch, I might be.
I saw bullet holes in the wall.
Hey,
I knew.
that's me.
Oh.
That's me. I should probably.
So
say
I thought I didn't realize you were reading it. Go on.
I saw bullet holes in the wall and knew Mr. Latouche had been shot. How did
That's
I see
some-
this if I just fucking glanced in the
Yes!
thing?
Yes.
Must be the diagram with the bullet holes on it, right?
Yeah, right. It's right there.
I'd have to look.
Because one thing, there's a fucking door in the way. You liar! I thought my eyes were good. Objection. I'm a what? They call you the siren of the ballad. But lies are hardly becoming of such a creature.
Wow.
A put down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
Such put downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo.
Oh.
Get wrecked.
Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing your character, yeah? Well, as a German, I know a lot about polishing.
Come on, can't I be cool for once?
Here's a shovel to get you out of this hole you're digging.
Observe the diagram. Alright, you looked in from the door for just a moment. Correct?
Yes, that is so.
There were bullet holes in the room, yes. But they were in the wall. The door is on. You see, assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen the bullet holes.
I'm a dress.
Amiwa,
Yes.
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you have been holding back something.
And I must tell you what it is I saw.
Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded, and I'm certain it will be on the news in Virginia.
And it's almost like 6 friends are busy reacting to the events that are going on right this second.
You understand the real reputation is at stake. It forced you to avoid tarnishing it.
And some of those friends are Virginian. Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examiner have revealed absolutely nothing.
But she knew how Mr. Latouche died. And he named her as a witness. You must have seen something, Lamiwa.
Very well. Amiwa, please continue your testimony.
Very well, I shall.
Wow, Shadow Club, yeah, you ignorant slut, really?
Witness testimony.
What I,
It's a meme.
what I saw, too.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. That's not true because it only opens a crack. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
Well, it might open just a crack, but it's still a window.
Oh. But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I know it was.
You did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say?
Ah, this is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, Herr Forehead.
Play.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo. You were right about Lemois.
How am I badgering the witness?
What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
Because I'm still a baddie.
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. What I saw too.
Time to press all the buttons.
All the buttons. Hold it! So you were heading towards the dressing room.
Yes.
This is a little before she opened the dressing room door and dropped her brooch. At the same time, Emma and I heard those shots.
I was on my way back.
What exactly is something like a little window?
Yes, well, window is the best word I know in English. I think this is how it is said, yes.
You need not worry, Lamiroir. Your choice of words is impeccable. There is a small window in the dressing room in question. Perhaps it affects remembers this detail?
A window on the wall.
I saw the crime from there.
Hold it! You are certain you heard 2 shots fired?
Yes, quite certain. I was on my way to the backstage exit. This was when I heard a faint sound, like a gunshot. Wondering what it had been, I peered through the window. That is when I heard the second gunshot, much closer.
There were 2 bullet holes at the scene, no contradiction so far.
It all happened on the other side of that window. There was nothing I could do.
Yes, Drifting, the window only opens a crack.
But it is still, like Ibak said, a window.
Yeah, but how much could she see?
It was a Matthews shot, are you sure?
Yes, quite certain.
It amuses me that you would question her testimony.
Gavin?
It is testimony in your favor. Isn't it my job to object?
Yeah, Paul, what were you thinking?
Seriously, let's just listen to what Lemoir has to say. Can you tell me how you were so sure?
Yes, of course. You see,
A grown person. That's a little vague.
I am sorry. My skill with your language is lacking, I know.
Then you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female.
It was a man, a young man.
And you're sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear.
Voice?
Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man.
So you heard a voice, but for it.
Oh, piss.
Could that have been the victim, Mr. Lutus? I'm sorry, I will have to for a moment be silent for a bit.
Of course.
Okay. Absolutely not. Did I not just say I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Latouche who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. Now remind me, Lavoie, you're from Northern Europe, yes?
I think.
Just go with me on this.
Okay.
And isn't Denmark in Northern Europe?
Indeed.
Go take.
Sorry, they just scored. Continue.
So, you were at the window when you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Hello, this is good testimony. This proves it wasn't Machi.
Judge, if you're not too busy watching the match.
Indeed.
Indeed, he is too busy.
It turns out to be true, if would cast the case into a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion of this testimony?
I'm waiting for the moment. I'm waiting for the moment the judge screams out, "Go!"
Just a fun thing here. Hitting it's pretty good doesn't penalize you at all.
Good.
So-
Let's go for the meme. Well, I'd have to say it's pretty good. Vile even. It shows that the shooter wasn't Machi. My guess is Burr's still away. But while we're waiting for Burr to kind of return, which we don't know when we're back, is it the court's opinion? When I say the court, I mean our opinion. The person perhaps having the most fun playing his character perhaps is Burr as Clavier.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Most fun as well. It's so much fun.
There's such joy in his voice when he's voicing Clavier.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
The best
much
fake
fun.
German accent I've heard in a long time.
I love
To
it.
be fair, there is a certain innate joy with doing a bad German accent. So.
There is actually, yeah. I have to admit, whenever I have to have like a mad scientist in my Star Wars RPG, I tend to go for the voice of Dr. Novel Winding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas when I do a character, it's more like I'll get the oils. Yeah. Amazingly the hosen and such.
Oh, bless.
And he was trying. He's practicing. Are you okay now?
No, really, there's actually something stuck in my throat now, so...
Oh, dear. You go
I
and
would-
you go and clear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go clear it. But Lemming, do you want to step in?
Yeah, you get yourself sorted, Burr, dude.
Yeah,
you,
don't worry.
don't worry about it. Well, Lemming will fill in.
Ha!
Yeah.
That wasn't it, you, Burr. You get yourself sorted. Surely
Yeah.
you can't be serious here, forehead.
Why not?
Lamiro! I understand why you would want to protect Machi. Yet remember, you are the siren of the ballad, and lies do not become such a creature.
Divot.
We need the judge.
What does the persecution mean?
Hello, what's he talking about?
How can no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that?
I recall the state of the crime scene quite well.
The state of the room?
Yeah. And when the murder took place, that window was closed. I find it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it.
What? But I'm sure.
Lamiro! I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. But my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser.
Objection! But she's the only eyewitness we have.
So you say. And the victim named her the siren as the witness.
That's right. That's what Mr. Latouche...
We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility. And it brought us to this. Herr Judge,
Yes?
The prosecution requests that the witness be excused. Please.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But if Lamoir can't testify,
We don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence.
This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
Danke. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I would like to hear from Fraulein Detective again.
objection! Wait, let me hear Lamoir's testimony one last time.
Well, the cross-examination is already over. Until such a time as need arises, this witness may leave the stand.
I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance.
Double down.
At last, back to the real trial. Ready, Herr Forehead?
I hope I didn't just miss my only chance.
Fraulein Detective, how far had we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted?
Don't ask me!
I just like saying the same thing twice. And I never repeat a song for an encore.
If you would, Miss Sky.
Sorry, he's just so cool.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latus's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Ah, yes, there was only one door in the room. And the witness, you, was standing in front of it.
That air vent isn't very big, see? Kinda limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for our killer is the defendant.
A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
She does state a clear case. Though, reading the report, something caught my eye.
Oh, what's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
The circumstances? Again?
Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre.
Oh yeah, she's right. Why did Mr. Latus's body disappear from the room? And end up on top of that stage tower? Holding a guitar, no less.
A perceptive observation, Herr Judge.
Thanks. It was kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job long enough. You'll get a nose for things.
That sure seems pleased with himself.
Very good, Fraulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? What's going on?
It's 1-1!
Hey!
What?
Your honor is excited.
Well done.
So, Abby, order in the court. Sorry.
And how does that lead us to the killer?
Witness testimony.
The missing body.
Nobody knew where it went. I believe Mashi stole the body because of some lyrics. How? How the fuck? Excuse me, me. How the fuck?
Excuse me, I need to have
This
an.
is a fuck.
Excuse me, this voice actor needs to have an argument with their own character. Okay.
He moved the body to match Lamoir's song. Somehow, this small child just picks up this great big fucking adult, drags him through the building, puts him on a. No. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Machi practically left his signature at the scene. What? All this evidence clearly points to the defendant. I'm an idiot. I'm actually an idiot. I can't believe this.
Lamoir's song?
Yes, the guitar
Sorry.
serenade.
Well,
So-
Okay, Judge, what's up?
You'll laugh at this, trust me. So it turns out it was an own goal,
Oh!
Oh,
and he scored it with his penis. What a cock!
He cried. Goal.
there it is.
a right knob end.
Oh god, sorry, that was yep,
Right in
I
the
just saw the
privates.
Well,
Right
so
out of-
yeah,
right off the privates.
well done, Simon Kier.
This will
Okay.
date
I hope
this.
I got that
This will
name
date this entire episode, this entire thing. But
It's gonna date the hell out of it, but
who cares?
I apologize.
Oh, wait, carry on, Lemming.
Oh, Bear's gone, by the
yeah.
way.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Lemming's taken over his role. Oh, I
He's
see.
saying
Gone
he's
from the day.
oh.
yeah.
I hope
Oh,
you're okay. If you're hearing us,
Yeah.
buddy, I hope you're okay there, buddy.
All the best, Burr.
Yes.
Yeah, you do what you need to do, buddy. You really do take care of yourself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, the tonight's in the remainder of tonight's performance, the part of Clavia Gavin will be played by Lemming Russ.
Oh my god,
There
Lemming
you-
Russ!
there
The Lemming Russ! Wow,
Me,
what a
Lemming
treat!
Russ, the Lemming of Russ.
The Lemming of Russ.
Yes, the Lemming of Ruston. Yes.
You furry
You
bastard.
noticed it's code too, did you not?
It's code.
All the evidence, all the events that day follows the lyrics to our song. First, the keys my heart held on to so tightly were stolen. Then prosecutor.
That's my line.
Oh,
That's my line.
that's you.
Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Latusa's life was taken by a bullet.
Shot through the
Where's
heart.
Oh, God. And you're too. No, wait, we don't know who's to blame.
Yeah.
The rest hardly needs
Find out.
explanation. That's the-
Drifting saying 20 bits is saying, someone explain to me how you shoot an own goal with your no-no zone.
Well, he slid to try and prevent Sterling from whacking it in, and it went off his bonds.
It's boing.
time.
Yeah.
Boing.
Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky.
That's mad! It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
Butter, butter, butter.
I admit I'd forgotten about the song. But there it is now, waiting for me, the grand finale, as it were.
Hey, I was one who first noticed that.
Jumping rope to songs and counting to songs. But kidding?
It's a wild world out there, head judge.
Very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on with the next. The quiz examination.
I'm not so sure I'm going to be doing much singing.
Quiz examination.
The missing body. Okay. Let's press it all. Hold it! Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics?
I didn't believe it myself, but it can't just be a coincidence.
It is as Fraulein Detective says. Let us begin with the first verse. If you would, Fraulein Detective.
What? You want me to sing it?
You are the witness, yeah? Or did you want me to sing? I warn you, my fear as a vocalist is not trivial.
Fine, fine.
You don't have to sing it if you don't want to, although brownie points if you do.
Let's look at the first part of the lyrics, shall we? When you stole away the keys my heart held on to so tight.
Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped keyring was stolen that morning.
Beautiful shadow.
It's beautiful.
Go to the right page of the lyric sheet, where we find burning on in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all the way. As we know, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. Like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away, all away. Mr. Latus's life was taken by a bullet.
Bravo, Fraulein Detective. You're singing. It's not bad.
Fair enough.
Now for
Fair
the
enough.
finale.
It.
No, it's Clavier, actually.
Guitar, up together to the sky. As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Latus was found with a guitar high in the sky over the stage.
I want to say thank you, Drifting, for the other 20 bits. Clavier for Jeremy's entry to Eurovision 2022.
No series of coincidences could be so well conceived.
He's right, scientifically speaking.
What would Wocky have said? That concert was whack.
That concert was whack, yo!
Yeah.
It's Trucy?
Sorry. It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that.
Anyway, the shooter.
That was brilliant. Does the prosecution have any idea why he'd do all this?
You want my scientific opinion? No clue. But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason.
A deep reason?
Not only did he steal my keys, he torched my guitar! Unforgivable acts, even if he had a reason, and worse if he had none.
The diva's complaints aside, I can't imagine someone doing this just on a whim.
Fraulein
Indeed, we don't seem too well rehearsed, shall we say.
He takes offense at that description.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, this crime was planned for sure.
They took my lines away.
I do hate that they do that sometimes. I know it's meant to make it
Yeah.
look like it's a quick interruption, but yeah, it does make it hard to do things like this.
Yeah.
Hold it! But Mr. Latou spoke English! He may have come to this country before!
I looked into that, I assure you.
Oh.
She's got mean smug look to her.
It was his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own.
Great.
You see? No one here had a motive to kill him, and certainly not in such an elaborate fashion.
It does seem difficult to imagine.
Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt.
What did you just say?
How's it go to Gavin? You did this to promote your song?
Of course not. I'm quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim. Why would I need a promotion? Everyone already listens to my music.
Oh, damn.
They're even in my textbook at school.
And I'd never heard of them. What does that say about me?
I was just kidding. Don't get worked up. Don't get all worked up, Glimmer Boy.
Wow, the claw's certainly out between those two. Also, I want to bring up, design-wise, I don't think there's a single character in the series that I dislike in terms of their visual design. Like, Emma, just looking at her, that look just works. High heels aside, of course.
Yeah.
That just kind of works. Gavin, it just looks good. Paulo looks highly strung. You know, everyone just looks right. If that makes sense.
Yes. Well, the thing about Emma is you don't see her high heels. You only see her in that back shot, so she looks perfect like most of the time.
What do you mean by his signature?
The bullet holes in the wall, of course.
Bullet holes?
The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
I got that, Lemming.
And that means what exactly?
That dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Difficult to miss, you say?
Very. You're assuming the shooter could properly aim.
No, you can't be serious.
Machi, he can't see. That's why he missed?
That's the only explanation that makes sense. Not really. He used sound and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly.
That reminds me. The monitor in the room was blaring at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal conditions for tracking by sound.
A blind shooter? No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think, Justice, what do I do now? I mean, we just sit back and let it all happen. No, we raised an objection. Just show there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see. Lemming?
Oh, sorry. I was reading something.
It's okay.
Oh, how so?
Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver?
The revolver was very large caliber, correct?
The shooter was used to firing such a large weapon. Why, it could dislocate their shoulder.
Exactly. The defendant, Machitoyo, is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim. Ah.
A convincing argument, to be sure.
Take that, smug prosecution.
Apollo?
What?
That bit about Machi being tiny. And the gun throwing off his aim? Are you kind of, admitting that Machi did it?
Ah.
It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point.
Cripes, I already put my foot in this time.
But let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you've heard Fraulein Detective...
Well, the witness will add this to her testimony.
Right.
New statement.
From the state of the crime scene, I conclude the shooter was blind.
Hold it. You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall. I think I've proven that.
I wouldn't call it proof, per se.
You've merely raised a possibility. Fraulein Detective has made a most logical conjecture based on the evidence. Of course, there is more evidence than just bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who could have escaped through the event.
Objection. But wait, what if he was blind? How would he have known about the event in the first place?
A very good point. Well, Fraulein Detective, if you would care to explain.
He certainly seems sure of himself.
Recall the crime scene, if you would. There was a stepladder below the air vent. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents.
Nope, I don't believe it.
Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance. including Machi Tobiai. It's fine. He would have known that there would have been a way out at the top of that step ladder.
But that's... Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
You could have figured it out for yourself, yeah. You only need to consider that the stepladder was doing there.
Looks like the defenses of Dixon's have been squished by a stepladder.
Well, Herr Forehead? Out of ammunition, perhaps?
Never seen Prosecutor Gavin so aggressive. Maybe he's caught the scent of blood.
Paulo, don't you have something? Anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove the killer could see. That'll put him in his place.
Even the shooter was sighted would do it. That would take down one of their central points. Is there any evidence that can prove that, though?
I remember what it is. So if we need help, I know remember what it is.
Shoulder. Keys. Brooch. The gun. Reports. The postcard. The lyrics.
Of course.
Not necessarily,
No.
because they can hear
You
it.
can hear the lyrics.
Yeah. It has to be something that. Yeah.
Not have been more than 5 feet apart.
Is it not the
blood?
the wiped out blood?
Yeah, because there'd be no reason to wipe the blood out.
Unless you knew what it said. The only way you can know what it says is if you can see.
Mm-hmm.
I've got just the thing.
Oh, okay.
That's my logic anyway. It might be wrong. We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Fine, I accept the prosecution's challenge.
As I knew you would, Herr Forehead.
What exactly I'm up against here? The prosecution is saying the shooter missed because they couldn't see. Therefore, Machi, who's blind, did it.
The defense will please present their evidence. Evidence overturns the prosecution's claim that the shooter couldn't see.
The picture, the crime photo. Take that! This is that evidence!
Oh,
A photograph of the crime scene.
I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face, but this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There is something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point.
Then perhaps you'd best show us this something. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, yeah?
You just tell you to pull your finger out.
Pretty much.
Here's what you're talking about, Mr. Justice. The contradiction at the scene of the crime is...
oh, it is. It is the thing. It is the it's the words.
The contradiction is right here.
The smeared bloodstains.
I thought it was just my blurry vision. But it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand was raised above his head. Much like a gesture I've seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if you wrote something.
I get it. At least, I think I get it.
Yet what, Fraulein?
When Mr. Latus was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name, just like in other cases? And what would he write in his own blood? Pretty good, huh?
Thanks for making my
What would he
point
write
for
in
me.
except his own blood? Yeah.
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
You would have to bleed like a shit ton in order to do that, but okay. The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion.
I wish it wasn't rubbed out like that.
It's number one.
Of course it's why it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I.
No one has anything else to say?
About what?
So the prosecution accepts this. You agree that this victim was making an attempt to record the name of the killer, and that the killer tried to rub the name out.
What's your point?
What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Latouche was writing something in blood once the killer saw what it was. Oh, wait. Oh.
Once he saw what it was.
What did you just testify about the shooter?
I said they were blind. Ah!
Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise?
Yes.
May I remind the court that the defendant Machichobe is blind? He couldn't have been the shooter.
Well, fucking shit. Impossible!
Order! Reverend, please explain to me what all this means. Oh, fuck, that was a quick turn. I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet, up until now,
It seems I owe the court an apology. The Gaviners are a band with law enforcement ties. Yet a murder occurred during our concert. Apparently, this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely manner.
I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here.
Boy, are they updating the autopsy report, you think?
Well, they'd never do that.
Hey, Apollo, look at him! Why is Professor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like, he knows something we don't, and he's about to tell us. Like he's updated the autopsy report. It happened to Daddy!
I've got an idea. Let's rock! With these documents. But before that, I have a question for the Fraulein detective,
Oh, God.
if I may.
What?
Tell me, can I buy you lunch after this?
No.
Why do you see that Machitoba is blind?
Huh?
What did you just say?
What are you saying? Of course he's blind.
Of course.
He's the blind pianist, right? Also, Discord's.
The Discord is compressing the audio again.
Oh, no.
It had to happen during my guitar solo.
He just couldn't handle the. Just lead him around by the hand all the time.
No way.
I have a report here on the defendant, Machi Tobai. According to this, Machi Tobai can see perfectly well.
What?
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Boriginians. He can see quite well.
Objection. But you said.
What did I say exactly? Her forehead. Not once in the course of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did was Fraulein Detective.
But that's.
A significant fact, yes. Consider, Machi Tobai sees. And he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problems with this.
But what about the bullet holes in the wall?
Yes, the bullet holes. I believe her forehead neatly explains those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback from the 45 caliber revolver. A simple accident, in other words. How's that? I'm afraid your objection has just flown up for the brightest skies.
Wow, he put you in that trap.
He did. He did.
This is where the real fun begins, hair forehead.
Didn't they say something about like the kickback, like
Distracts your shoulder.
breaking his arm or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, dude.
I mean, fun
Oh,
fact.
it's not duplicated.
The 44 Magnum used in that bullet, it's 45 in the game, but the 44 Magnum used in real life is actually more popularly used because it's more manageable in recoil than bigger bullets.
Oh.
So
Wild.
the weapon in the hands of an amateur is very likely to cause harm, but it's still not a weapon really capable of breaking your arm. It'll break your wrist if you're not handling it properly, but not your arm. But yes, I knew you didn't have what it took.
Wow, you jerk! Just what was I in here for? Comic relief?
Yes.
Apologize!
9. Oh, sorry.
It's no way to apologize.
Hit him, Trucy!
He's angered the Trucy now. Look out.
If we can please end the bickering. Now.
Whatever, I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solve this case if it kills me.
He has already given us enough to convict the defendant.
Don't say that.
Aha!
Aha, what?
This bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yes.
We might be able to find out what was really written here.
Really? You can do that?
Bitch, that's right! With this! With some fucking luminol. Yeah, it's called luminol. Maybe you know of it? It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Ah. Oh, yes. Have you done those tests yet?
Ha! As if I'm gonna tell you.
The blood stains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here as a court now.
Here we go, everyone.
Right, go for it, Apollo.
Huh? I have to do the test?
Yeah, it's tutorial time. You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple.
A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere.
Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it.
I also agree with that, Drifting. A quick question. Wouldn't it also just show the smear more?
Probably.
Right, ready? It's easy as pie. Just touch the
Pie.
space to spray an area. Here, give it a try.
The eyes, the entire court are focused on me. Trucy.
Bruce it down.
Oh, your hand is shaking. I got it.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this. Oh, thank you much for the bits there, Drifting. 10 bits from Drifting. Right, this is Ace Attorney. Why am I trying to lose logic in this game?
The fuck is that?
It's a digit. Wow, it really works.
My IP address.
XX314206.
Oh no, my PIN number. This must be the.
This must be the power of science.
I
It
too have
says-
watched Dr. Stone.
IPXX314206? I can't numbers. Is that the killer's name?
Maybe it is, if the killer was a robot.
From the future? Aha! I have it!
So what is it?
Like I said, it's a robot from the future. I saw those letters. IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number.
Oh, also, it says here, Drifting cheering 10 bits. It's the killer's gamer tag.
Ah!
Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency?
It's the very same, yeah. Those most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes.
Oh,
But why would he write that number?
it's his.
Why would Mr. Tooth even know a number like that?
Good show, Fraulein Detective. Rock on.
Huh?
Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand.
Oh god, pulling double duty now, Lemming.
Okay, quick drink. Darian, you heard what we need. Go check into this Interpol ID number. Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27.
I can try to resume my duties.
No. Piss off and rest your voice.
Piss off in the nicest,
In the nicest possible
Nice
way.
possible way. Get the fuck out of here.
You're
rest.
barred from the court. Bailiff, tackle that man and take him out.
I
him
demand
in-
you click and server mute as to not tempt the
Put
defense.
that man in the padded room. It is very comfy.
I have
give him
you
a
to
nice
this,
bottle
sir.
of water.
Yes.
I'm
Mr.
not
Jo-
sure what to think about this.
Your Honor, can we please have a gag order for Mr. I Am Burr, please?
I don't think a gag is any good at this point.
The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. Yet, if this number really is that of an Interpol agent,
Oh, wait, I know. What if Machi Tobai is really an undercover What? No.
He's
That would be a
14!
possibility.
Yeah.
What if he's 14?
I just keep pulling out my out of Emma's head and just going, you really?
and one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Latus know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know.
It's either him or Darian.
Well, we have some time while we await Darian's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Maki Tobai.
What are you talking about?
Fraulein Detective, please accept my apologies.
No.
I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began.
Bastard.
It seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
Bastard. You had me until that last bit.
Does this not raise a rather straightforward question?
Well, sure.
I love how Bert's response to the question of drifting, who the fuck is Darian, is the guy with the ridiculous hair. Isn't that kind of everyone?
That's everyone.
I actually have sensible hair, kind of.
Well, yeah, Emma's probably got the most normal hair. Oh, well, Ember and
And
proper
Trucy,
Trucy.
too.
Yeah, Trucy, yeah.
Who are you? What's wrong with your
Actually,
hair?
no, it depends on whether, like,
I beg your pardon. Clavier has sensible hair too.
Apart from the weird dangly spiral thing.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got a single drill hair, and that's weird in itself.
Yeah. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't see?
That said, I do like drill hairs. Exactly, it all makes little sense.
It's very nice.
What do you think, hair forehead?
I think it's time that we wrap this up for today's session.
No!
Yes. We are finishing a little bit earlier tonight, but that's because of things going on with Burr being out of the show, and also people have got some other things to get doing, and also it feels like a kind of a good place for us to kind of pause for this week and come back to this next Wednesday. So I think that's a good idea. So I want to thank all of you in the audience for joining us, whether you're watching with us live or, of course, watching the VOD back after the fact. We do appreciate it. I want to thank my voice actors, as I call us that, going on from today, which of course have got Kay,
Yeah.
Shadow,
Hello!
Lemming,
Yeah!
Divot. My name's Ebac, and of course the missing Burr.
That was me.
Yeah.
That guy.
And I want to thank all of you for joining us here tonight. We'll be back next Wednesday for some more Court with Being in Session. But for the time being, what else am I doing for this week? Join me this Friday as I try and kill a twin in Hitman 3 in a elusive target. And following that, depending on if I get it done in the evening, I'll be playing Final Fantasy VII. Oh boy, the remake, that is. Just want to point that out. Saturday, it's going to be horror time as I leap into Resident Evil 7 VR.
One last, one quick question. One last question. Who won?
The football?
Oh, it's not over yet.
Still going.
Football.
Still going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
30 minutes
I don't know how those
remain.
things. I don't know
1-1.
how long those things take. Never mind.
But yeah, so, that's fine. But no, thanks for everyone for joining me. Does anyone have any streams they want to highlight coming up?
Next Tuesday. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Next Tuesday, I'm streaming more Danganronpa with Trucy. We're in chapter 2 now.
Go and watch.
Wow.
Go and watch Kay at their channel. You can catch them. Shove your channel in the chat there, Kay.
Yes.
There you go.
I will shill for Burr because my poor friend has no voice at the time.
Yes.
He's streaming on according to his stream schedule, he is streaming Mafia, the definitive edition, on
Ooh.
Sunday.
I might check it out.
3:30 p.m. British Standard Time or 4:30 p.m. Central European Time. That is
Well,
on
that
Sunday.
that would depend on whether we have squadrons on Sunday or not.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But you keep an eye on like Burr's Twitter. He is at every Burr. Burr as in BER. Don't include the A.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a burr, not a bear. He's not a burr, he's a burr.
Yeah, and you can also follow him on Twitch at I_am_Burr_.
As he just dropped his Twitter tag in the chat. Thank you very much, Burr. I appreciate that. Lemming, you've got something going on.
Right there. Yes, tomorrow I shall be taking a step back and going a bit calm. I've been doing a lot of heavy action streams recently, and I'm going to be playing 2 Point Hospital at last.
Ooh, I'm got another stream from it. I'm gonna check that one as well. That's great.
Because I've just bought it today because
I
why not?
noticed.
On Friday, I shall be taking part with Weird FTW, Scarfulu, and everybody in Unreal Tournament Game of the Year edition.
Oh, nice. Div, you got
That's
anything?
gonna be fun.
You got anything you want to highlight?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. Short and sweet. That's why I like it. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Right.